Quick introduction of myself. My name is Ed Rotman. I'm the president of the board of directors, and on behalf of the board and everybody else with the theater, we are really excited to have you all here. Thank you for taking time out of your day and coming. This is a tremendous milestone for the Tennessee Theater, and the Tennessee Theater just celebrated its 95th birthday in October of 2023, and throughout those 95 years, we feel like the theater has really just ingrained itself in the fabric of the history of Knoxville, the community, not only of Knoxville, but of the region and the state. And so this day is actually about the future. We think that this moment in this building is a tremendous opportunity for the theater, and it's a great milestone as we position ourselves for the next 95 years. But before I hand it off to Becky, I just want to take a moment to thank everyone. There's a lot of work that has gone into this day right here, and so we want to thank the Knox County, we want to thank Knoxville, community partners, the donors, the fellow board members, a lot in attendance today, and specifically the Tennessee Theater staff. So again, thank y'all for being here. I'm going to hand it over to Becky, and we're really excited to have y'all.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. I am Becky Hancock, the Executive Director of the Historic Tennessee Theater Foundation. For nearly a century, the Tennessee Theater has presented entertainment of all types on its stage and screen, creating countless memories for generations of East Tennessee residents and visitors, numbering in the millions. The Historic Tennessee Theater Foundation was chartered in 1996. The nonprofit had a mission to both preserve the old movie palace and to transform it into a fully functional and stunningly beautiful performing arts venue. That goal was reached in 2005 with the completion of a comprehensive $30 million renovation that set the Tennessee Theater on a bright and sustainable path toward that future. That massive renovation brought more activity and life to the theater, and the board and the theater leadership began focusing on how the organization could make the greatest impact in the community and ensure that everyone was welcomed and enriched by the theater's programming. While the renovation improved the stage and the backstage areas and it preserved the iconic beauty of the lobbies and auditorium, the physical limitations of the existing theater building presented major challenges in connecting with new audiences and expanding our reach, especially in education and community partnerships. And with a busier theater, we needed even more restrooms and more concession service points. We also wished for separate areas to gather smaller groups of patrons and supporters, and we were quickly running out of office space. Continuing its mission to ensure that the diverse arts and cultural entertainment remains in downtown Knoxville and enriches the community through education, outreach, and partnerships. In addition to entertainment, the Tennessee Theater purchased a majority of this building, the Mechanics Bank and Trust Building, here at 612 South Gay Street in early 2019. The spaces here in the 612 building are the perfect fit for a Tennessee Theater expansion based on the adjacent location of the building and the ability to connect physically this building to the theater's auditorium foyers. The physical connection and access to an additional 16,000 square feet of space will address virtually all of the challenges that we've experienced as a result of our busy calendar and will help us fulfill our desire to better serve our entire region. We have completed architectural plans to renovate the building and transform these spaces we own to support and enhance the theater activity, such as additional restrooms and concessions located on the balcony level of the theater, a separate gathering space in this gorgeous former bank lobby, flexible rehearsal and community space for education, outreach, and nonprofit partnerships, and administrative offices to accommodate our growing staff. First and foremost, this space will create more availability for the theater's growing education, programming, and community outreach, such as performances, special presentations, master classes, workshops, arts education training, and summer camps for kids. We are excited for our community partners and arts organizations, many of whom are represented here today. They enhance our entire region through their programming, their outreach, education, This includes our friends at the Knoxville Symphony Orchestra, the Knoxville Opera, the Knoxville Jazz Orchestra, nonprofit groups such as the Boys and Girls Club of the Tennessee Valley, the Knox County Public Library, Muse Knoxville, and East Tennessee History Center. They too, and many, many more, will have opportunities to use these new spaces for their own education, partnerships, rehearsals, and fundraising events. We are also thrilled to be able to better serve all Tennessee Theater patrons through those additional amenities to alleviate the wait in lines for services. We've all probably waited too long in the line for the bathroom or for a refreshment from the bar. Just as the 2005 renovation did, this project will transform the future of the Tennessee Theater century. The board and I want to thank our partners in this monumental project. The design team at McCarty Holsapple McCarty, construction manager Jenkins and Stiles, and project management Partners Development for all of their careful work over the past 5 years to ensure this project is well planned and executed. I personally want to thank the Tennessee Theater Board, and I've got one current and two former board presidents here, all three of whom had a really big role in this project: Ed Rotman, Chris Chandler, and John Craig. They have all worked tirelessly toward this goal, and the staff as well. So, with the help of the community, we are thrilled to announce that we have raised, gotten off my notes a little bit. I'm really grateful to those board members, and many of you all know what we have been through to get to this day, so I'm just a little emotional. Our total fundraising goal, that's the important part, for this project is $19 million. It's ambitious. Since this opportunity first came on the horizon, the theater board of directors and staff have worked tirelessly toward this goal. Now, with the help and investment of the community, we are thrilled to announce that we have secured more than $14 million. I would also really like to thank our lending partner, First Bank, for providing a line of credit to ensure that there is no delay in the project while we fundraise the remainder of our goal. This 612 renovation project is expected to begin next month. I cannot believe it, but it's going to happen next month. Yes. And we expect the duration of the project to be about 12 to 15 months. So we're really looking forward to the summer of 2025. And we all cannot wait to show you how this exciting opportunity will breathe new life into another beautiful historic building in downtown Knoxville, while enhancing and enriching a treasured landmark, the official State Theater of Tennessee. So now it's my great pleasure and honor to turn this over to our Knoxville Mayor, India Kincannon.
Thank you, Becky, and thank you to all the board members, current, past, and future, who care so much about this theater, who care so much about making Knoxville, continuing to maintain our leadership as a center for arts. I don't know if you heard, but we have been named one of the top arts districts in the country. Let's hear it for that. And when people think of arts and Knoxville, many people's very first thought, including my own, is the Tennessee Theater. And we all have so many happy memories of coming here with our families. I remember coming here before the 2005 renovation. I liked it a lot back then. And then I saw that transformation, and it just was $30 million more amazing. And so thanks to everybody who supported it. And when I think about all the people who contributed to that, I'm just incredibly grateful for that investment in downtown Knoxville, because people come to East Tennessee for all kinds of reasons, for jobs, for our beautiful nature, and other opportunities, but they stay because of the life outside of work and the life that enriches the community, and that's the Tennessee Theater, and that's the arts. And it also is so important, and I know that Knox Heritage is going to speak after I speak, that we can preserve our history and maintain the positives of what we need for a modern performing arts center. So very excited to preserve this beautiful space at 612 that complements the beautiful space next door of the historic theater. And it's just a prime example of preserving the past while also staying current with today's expectations for a world-class venue. And when I go to the theater, and I was lucky to be brought up going to the theater, my mom was involved in community theater, so I was a member of the chorus since that was cheaper than babysitting. And then, you know, we got to go later. She was a theater reviewer, so we got to go to a lot of shows. But so that important thing that when we're talking about the 612 expansion, that is going to give more kids and young people and people of all ages access to the arts, because you need that exposure at all ages, because then you're going to buy the tickets to the shows that happen year-round at the Tennessee Theater. So filling those seats, drawing in the visitors, serving the people who already live here is all what the 612 is going to be about. And also it's just an amazing amenity. And I'll just close with a personal memory I have. One of the memories I always remember at the Tennessee Theater is, I guess it was summer 22. Things had reopened after some COVID challenges. And I brought my mom here to see one of the performances that summer, Come From Away. Is that what it's called? And she wasn't familiar with it. She was, you know, experiencing dementia and visual things, and so I'm not sure how much of what she was in a wheelchair, so thank goodness it was accessible. So she was able to go, and just walking into that palace and seeing the stage and the lights, to someone who'd been attending the theater her whole life. I don't know if she could follow the music or the plot at all, but she had such an amazing experience just being there, seeing the crowds, and so much so that even though she was in the wheelchair, she basically started standing up at the standing ovation, and you know, we helped her stand up and have that standing ovation, and that was the last time she was ever able to see a live theater performance. So for that and the many other people who experience live theater and other kinds of performances here at the Tennessee, I'm grateful for this expansion, and I will be supporting it in the city budget. And so, assuming City Council approves that proposal, I look forward to the City of Knoxville's continued support for this amazing theater. So thank you, Becky. Thank you to everyone for supporting this project. And now I'm going to hand things over to Christine Cloninger from Knox Heritage. Christine.
Hi everybody, good morning, and thank you. Thank you, Mayor, everybody that's here. I'm Christine Cloninger, the Executive Director of Knox Heritage, and if y'all are anything like me, you've probably spent some time this morning just taking in this incredible space that we're in. So looking around, there is so much history and beauty, and yes, repairs that are needed, but mostly there is so much potential. And so I am really grateful to see another historic building along Gay Street that is about to undergo a restoration. So on behalf of Knox Heritage, I want to thank the Historic Tennessee Theater Foundation for your vision and hard work on this project. I think it's just exceptional, and we're so excited to see this come to fruition. The Historic Tennessee Theater Foundation has proven that it knows how to restore, preserve, and utilize historic buildings, as evidenced by the beautiful and iconic theater just a couple of doors down. That theater is a historic building itself, renovated just a few decades ago, which it's wild to think that 2005 was now decades ago. And it's a beautiful building that draws in people from all across our region and beyond. And great care goes into maintaining that building, as any of you who know and love an old space understand. It's a good deal of work to protect and steward places like this. And so we are so grateful that the Historic Tennessee Theater Foundation is a nonprofit that is tasked with preserving the historic theater and ensuring that we have diverse arts and cultural entertainment here in downtown Knoxville. The foundation will also ensure that this building, 612, is enjoyed, usable to the community, and impacts Knoxville's in a spectacular and vibrant way. Thank you to everybody that has been responsible for making this restoration possible. And as we announce this exciting project today, we are one step closer to utilizing another of our historic buildings on the heart of our downtown here in Knoxville. So we are so grateful to preserve this piece of history for generations to come. So without further ado, let's show off the building and its potential. And I'm going to hand it back over to Ed for next steps.
so yeah, so again, that was great messages, and again, Becky is always very, very humble and very quick to thank everybody else involved, but she's put a lot of hours, a lot of time into this, and we are really happy to share this with each and every one of you all here today. If you haven't been on a tour, definitely recommend doing that, and yeah, so what's next?
So we're going to have a couple of photo opportunities. I want to be sure that, where's my Victoria, make sure I don't forget anybody. The mayor, and I would love for the project team, so McCarty, anybody that's involved in the project. I see John Kenny back there. Let's get all the project team members up, and then we'll do another photo with all the board members as well. So let's have